Good morning, guys. Let me try this again because the first time I turned on the camera apparently my lip was bleeding and I didn't even realize it. I started with a vlog yesterday. Besides the I worked on a video for my sister for 2 hours. I didn't really do much. It was just kind of a bad mental health day, and so I just kind of stayed away from the camera, but just zoomed in. Feels like it's zoomed in. I don't know, it feels zoomed in. Anyway, so I got up and I did my treatment. I had breakfast. I fought with the Dexcom forever because it keeps trying to give me false lows. It's given me one real low and multiple false ones, but anyway, I think it's maybe okay now. And now I'm just working on this puzzle. I have got, I'd say about 3/4, I know you can't really see much, but I'd say about 3/4 of it done. And I really want to finish it so I can frame it and then end up working on another one. But for now, I'm just gonna keep going with this. I might order something for lunch in a little bit, but I'll see. So I am excited because in just 4 days is Mason's first birthday, which is gonna be a lot of fun celebrating over there. Originally she was gonna have like an actual birthday party, but because of COVID spikes, we're just kind of doing a family thing. So it'll still be a lot of fun. And then next week we're going to a Boo at the Zoo thing at the Tampa Zoo, and there's like haunted houses and stuff, and you're there during the night hours, which is really fun. So I'm looking forward to that as well. It is finally like holidays time, you know, Halloween and then Thanksgiving and then Christmas. So yeah, but I'm just gonna keep working on this puzzle and try not to lose my mind while doing so, because sometimes I get angry at it, but there's really not that much left. Let me turn this around. It's a 750 piece puzzle, and I've got those 2 drawers and these 2 drawers, and that's it. That's all that's left. Well, no, actually there should be one more box somewhere. Oh yeah, this, but I'm not sure how many of those count. So terrible glare, but anyway, it's slowly getting there. I finished the cougar finally, so that's good. You know how randomly happy this guy makes me? And I can never film it very well because of the stupid glares. But I think I've had him for over a month now. I got him at the end of August, I believe. And he's still doing really well. Every time I come up here he thinks I'm going to feed him, but... And sometimes in the mornings, after I fed him, he'll like flare his fins out, and it's really pretty. But he's just chilling. Those little front fins move so fast. Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's vlog here. This vlog might take a depressing turn, but it's just something that's been on my mind for a couple of days, and it's something that had a lot to do with yesterday. It's something that has a lot to do with the feelings today, and it's just something I feel like I want to share, and I share on these vlogs. That's what I do. I do fun things, I do puzzles, I show fish, and I share. And yeah, it's something that's been impacting me the past couple of nights, and basically it's something that bothers me is the fact that for the first couple of months, I'd say like 2 months maybe after a loss, 2 to 3 months, people are there for you. People understand if you want to talk about it. People don't kind of just like shove it away. And that's amazing and that's great, but something that bothers me is there comes a point where it's almost like not socially acceptable to talk about loss anymore. And I don't know if that's because of, you know, the culture that kind of uncomfortable talking about death, but for the person that's grieving, it can end up feeling very lonely and very isolating. And for me, I've also noticed that a recent loss can activate a past loss. And it's just something that, for me personally, I feel the need to want to talk about. I want to talk about how I'm feeling. I want to put it out there because people see somebody grieving as somebody that's totally incapacitated and crying all the time and not really themselves, but somebody grieving can be somebody holding that pain inside of them and continue on with life as normal, because there's not much else you can do. You can't go back in time, unfortunately. And I think also, I also want to touch on some people, not everybody, but some people tend to take a loss of a pet less seriously than a loss of a person. And I'm not saying they're comparable. Losing Brooke was completely different and much harder than losing Panda, but that doesn't mean that losing Panda wasn't absolutely terrible. And I don't know, for me personally, I think that we don't move on from grief. We move forward with it. We learn to live our lives again, but sometimes somebody grieving just wants to talk about that it's affecting them. How do you move on from waking up in the morning to a text that your best friend is dead? How do you move on from, you know, watching an entire ER staff do CPR on your dog that's dying in front of your eyes? How do you move on from something like that? How do you move on from knowing that when you texted somebody, it was the last time you ever texted them? I don't think that's something you move on from. And beyond the just last moments, you don't move on from 8 years in regards to Panda and almost 3 years in regards to Brooke of life that you lived with that person or animal, and the experiences that you shared and the love that you shared. You don't move on from that. You move forward with it. And the reality of moving forward is you do get back to your life, but you don't, it is always going to be a part of you. It is always going to be a part of you, and that's just the price that you have to pay for loving someone or something. And I think for me also, there is ways that grief shows up that you don't expect it to show up. You expect the missing and the hurting. What you don't expect is worrying about other people dying suddenly. And I think that infinitely increased after Panda, because for one, with some people, you've seen a friend die from it already, and it's terrifying for other friends. And for in regards to Panda, you know, he was completely fine and then he was gone. So then you worry about, well, is everything okay with the people and animals in my life? Because I pretty much assumed Panda was fine. My hand was getting really tired. So yeah, I think that I think the point I'm trying to make is that if there's somebody that's, almost everybody in this world, unfortunately, has suffered a loss, it sticks with you forever. It doesn't stick with you in the same manner forever, but it sticks with you forever. And I think that we should be more open to allowing people to express, even if it's been 3 years, you know. Brooke died June 15th of 2018. And it still hurts sometimes. And it's probably going to hurt for the rest of my life until someday I see her again. And, you know, a part of me, I don't know if I'm going to see Panda again. I don't know if dogs are in heaven, but I hope they are. And I hope I will see him again someday. But I just think people need to be taken seriously about grief, even when it's been time. I really think they need to realize that grief can do some pretty terrible things to somebody, and I'm not going to get into all of it because it's personal, but yeah, just don't dismiss. And I'm not saying that anybody in my life has done this. I'm just saying in general, don't dismiss a grieving person, even if it's been 3 years or 6 months. Because while it will look a lot different than on day one, it's still there. It's still just a couple of examples of when I was in Arkansas with the baby horses. I wanted so badly to be able to text Brooke and share these baby horses with her, because I know she would have absolutely loved it. And, you know, we bonded over a love of horses. And I so badly wanted to be able to text her and be like, look at these babies, and share those moments with her, and be able to FaceTime her out in the field and show her Biscuit and Maddie, and just be able to have what she would have loved, and share that with her. I wish that I wasn't terrified now of losing other CF friends because of that. And in regards to Panda, last night when I was having a really bad mental breakdown, let's just put it that way, all I wanted was to be able to walk out here and know that he was going to be right there waiting for me. And the fact that he wasn't just made me start crying even harder, because when I went through depression and other things beforehand, he was there. The comfort of it being nighttime, because nighttime sucks sometimes, and it being nighttime and everything is dark and kind of gloomy inside and out. But being able to know that Panda was in there with me just made me feel so safe, and like nothing was going to ever be able to hurt me, or I wasn't going to be able to hurt myself, because Panda was right there and he made everything better almost instantly. Like I could be down and go take a walk with him and instant mood lifter right there. And yes, Yachty is wonderful, but it's not the same, and I honestly don't think I will ever find another dog like Panda. He was my 1 in a million. And missing Panda makes me miss Brooke, and missing Brooke makes me miss Panda, and it's this vicious cycle. But yeah, I am moving on with, not moving on, I'm moving forward with my life, but I'm not moving on. Some part of them is always going to be inside of me, and I wouldn't want it any other way. But if somebody's grieving, it doesn't really matter how long it's been. Pain has no timeline, and love is forever. So I just want to say, this is just random, but it's just what's been on my mind. Like, don't let time be a factor of judging whether somebody should be over their grief, I guess, is the way to put it. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. But just, like I said, it's not like anybody personally in my life has done this to me, but it's just, I can see differences, and it's not like those people are being mean or bad or anything. It's like I said, it's not like anybody's even done it. It's just sometimes grieving people are sad about something that happened 3 years ago, and it's crazy, and it's not something we would prefer either. But just know that if you're grieving, whether the loss was recent or years ago, it's valid to feel that pain, because unless you once loved, you're always going to love, and grief is the only way you can do it. So anyway, do it now anyway. But anyway, with that, I'm going to end this here. I'm going to upload this and see what I get up to. So thank you guys so much for coming along on my day today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.